Greetings, loyal minions, beautiful humans. Welcome to the Sci Show, the #1 ranked YouTube channel for people who do a really good job at work but never really get any recognition. If that's you, I appreciate you. My favourite time of the month, although sometimes it probably happens more than once a month. I'm back amongst my family. The Shadow Portal is here, which means there is more insanity to play with. For anyone who follows the channel, you know I do have a bit of a liking for the insanity mechanism and a lot of the heroes that come along with it. I actually have most of these insanity heroes. I don't have them all leveled, but you do see me use quite a few of them regularly. We will check out the portal because it is quite low odds. So a featured hero is 0.6%. Chance, legendary event heroes 0.5%. Hero of the month, as always, 1.3%. But of course, we get the bonus draw. So each time you summon a legendary hero, you get 3 bonus draws with a 30% chance to get another legendary hero. So you can end up with 4 legends from the one summon. If you don't get a legend on those bonus draws, you don't get anything, so you don't get an extra hero unless it's a legend. So there's all the info. We have a new hero called Hysteria. Hysteria. Yes, there's a lot of hysteria going on. I, weirdly enough, do generally like the artwork for a lot of these Shadow Summons heroes, especially the more recent ones. Hysteria does look kind of cool, but also kind of get a vibe. She's got the very attractive I'm hot, but I used to be a guy kind of look happening. I don't know. There's something about that face that just... And again, no issues with any of that. I've dressed up as Little Red Riding Hood before. It's okay. We are all free to be as we please. Anyway, now I've sort of dug that random hole for myself. Yeah, looking quite good there in the artwork. Has the spooky necklace held out, and it looks like she has an evil mind. So we'll just leave it there. We have the Druid class, which gives the little minion, so a 15% chance to get a minion with 25% health and 25% attack. It's not one of the best skills. It can be annoying, but it's only a 15% chance. Here's what it is. Damage reduction, minus 10% for 6 turns, so that's handy-ish as well. I've got the family bonus. Heroes become stronger just by having them in the team. So 1, 2, or 3 heroes, you're getting 20, 30, 40% extra defense and health. So just basically by themselves, you're just getting 20% extra stats on top of what you've already got. So really good family bonus. I do wish they had... Can't see me. Oh, you can now. I wish they had the little passive down here, which a couple of them have, which means they take less damage when they have insanity. But only a few of them have it. I don't know why they don't all have it. I think it would make sense to give everyone that passive. It would make me very happy because I use a lot of them. Anyway, max power off. 1188 team power, very good stats. Probably a touch low in the attack, which makes sense when we look at her special skill. Interesting hero. So, Eye of Yogg-Sair is the special skill name, running at average speed. The caster gets Taunt that prevents enemies from using special skills on the caster's allies for 4 turns. We all know how Taunt works. We don't need to go into that. For the next 4 turns, the caster inflicts 10 insanity on all enemies each time the caster is hit. The effect is triggered when the enemy deals damage through special skills, tiles, and normal attacks. Oh, sorry. It's triggered when the enemy deals damage through special skills. Tiles and normal attacks are limited to once per turn. So the way that's written, I'll just finish it off, inflicts 55 insanity on the caster as well. The way that is written, it means the special skill side of it can trigger more than once a turn, but the tiles and normal attacks are limited to once per turn. That's how it looks to me at least. Yeah. So I'm just going to roll through this. So you get your skill up. You cast Taunt, which means they can't hit anyone apart from you. Every time you get hit, you're giving 10 insanity to everyone. But you also, so if I'm going to read that as if 3 special skills are cast on you, you're going to give 30 insanity to everyone. You're also giving 10 insanity once for either a normal slash attack, so once per turn for the slash attacks, or tiles if the hero is on defense. So instantly to me it says, because you can, the tiles would be great if it was multiple, but it's only going to happen once. So I thought it was going to be better on defense to start with, thinking that the tile attacks would trigger more insanity. But I'm thinking now a lot of the insanity heroes are far better on offense, and I think this one will be the same. I think on defense, you have no control over the taunt. One, it can be easily countered, which I know everything in the game can be easily countered, or mostly easily countered. Do apologise for the train whistle. Trying not to kill people out there. That's the trouble. They honk every time they get near an intersection. Yeah, so I think on defense, if you use the taunt, you've got no control over whether the enemy heroes are casting or not. So the attacker has all the control. So as soon as taunt goes off, you're giving yourself 55% insanity, or 55 insanity, and then the attacking team can just choose not to hit you. Yes, they're going to hit you with a tile every now and then in 4 turns. So depending on where the tiles are, you may get a cascade, and that could hit, but you're only getting 10 insanity in that case. So even if you say for 4 turns, you hit tiles into this hero every single time, you're going to get 40 insanity. Isn't bad, but as long as you're keeping the tiles away from it and not hitting with special skills, or if you just use, but there's 2 main ways around taunters. So this is where I feel this hero is missing a little something. Taunters can be obviously dispelled, so that's one way of getting rid of it, but the other way is to take someone who has multiple hits on one target. Whether it's, there's a lot out there. I'm going to say Farah because I use Farah a lot. There's Ash. There's Rosanna, even the other Insanity hero, which gives, has a percentage chance to hit again. But anyone that does multiple hits, the taunt heroes will just get shredded. So if you think of Farah, Senius is an example with chances again, but Farah hits like 8-9 times. Isidore's another great example. If someone's got taunt, then one special will rip through them because there's no additional defense, or there's nothing, like even Black Knight has the talent of dropping the damage down to 1. So there's a chance that the damage will drop to 1, which then keeps him alive so the taunt can keep happening. I think with Hysteria, there's quite a few heroes now that will just rip straight through her, which means you're going to get 10 insanity on all your heroes, but she's going to be dead after 1 special because she has that taunt. So that's why I'm thinking offense. Insanity does lend itself to offense anyway because you have a lot more control. But on offense, you can time the taunt so that you wait until your enemy's about to be charged, especially if 2 or 3 of them are charged at the same time. You pop the taunt off. You get hit with their specials. They're also going to hit you with a slash attack. So you're probably going to get them all up to anywhere between 30 to 50%. That gives you a really good chance of then making them backfire. The way I like to look at insanity is how much insanity you're putting on the enemy team as opposed to yourself. So in this case, if we imagine they've got all 5 heroes left, you're giving 50 insanity just for 1 hit as opposed to 55 on yourself. But I think if you are timing that special skill correctly, you're going to generally get 2 or 3 of the enemy team to cast their special on you, as long as you're surviving. So you're going to give 2 lots of insanity to everyone, so that's 100. Then you say you might get 1 or 2 extra hits from slash attacks, you could end up having like 200 insanity, so 40 on each of the heroes. So you're giving away 200 insanity for 55 of your own. So in that case, I think it's going to be a very, very useful hero. Taunt, I feel, is seen mostly as a good defensive skill for a defense team. But I just feel this one is going to be a lot better on offense. Anyone who likes Taunt heroes, you're just going to love it. We haven't had too many good ones. Like we sort of had Black Knight and Krampus and Ludwig all in a row, or not all in a row, but they're all similar time frames. I haven't had any good ones for a while. There's been, I think, the recent Three Kingdoms had a Taunt hero. So yeah, it's nice to see a few newer ones come in. So that was an awful lot of blabbering on. So I'm not a huge fan of Hysteria. I think she's going to be fantastic if used correctly. I know there's a lot of people do like Insanity, a lot of people don't. Not one of my favourite Insanity heroes because I'm not a huge fan of Taunt in general. And I just feel without giving herself any extra defense or anything along those lines, she's just not going to stay alive long enough, especially if you think you're going up against a team of, a couple of Mega Minions. So she's going to take a couple of hits from Mega Minions. Plus, she's taunting that special skill. I think she's going to die a little bit too quick because she doesn't give herself any extra defense. Anyway, that's enough of that. I'm going to do some summons. I'm not going to do a heap, but I do like Insanity, so let's see what we get. If you are doing any summons, absolute best of luck to you. I hope you get the heroes you're wanting. I hope you get all the bonus heroes. And as always, if you do enjoy what I'm doing, remember to gently press the subscribe button. Give your kitty a scritch for me. Keep watching until the end of the summons, of course. I would just had pretty good luck with the summons lately, so I would, if I can get something here with just a few pulls left, especially if it's not something I've already got. I hope you're all enjoying your days and nights wherever you are. Appreciate your support as always. And have a bloody good one.